Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to solve a massive hidden economic mystery that is quietly plaguing global supply chains. Have you ever wondered why a perfectly normal week at the grocery store suddenly ends with literally zero toilet paper on the shelves, but a warehouse somewhere else is just drowning in it? Well, today we're exploring the invisible forces behind all of this chaos and how artificial intelligence is being deployed to finally fix it.
Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with the trillion-dollar problem, then dissect the anatomy of the bullwhip. After that, we'll look at the AI paradigm shift, see AI in the real world, discuss the human flaw, and finally peer into the autonomous future. Let's get right into it. Section 1. The trillion-dollar problem.
To really understand the solution here, we first need to grasp the sheer, mind-boggling scale of the problem. We're talking about severe structural misalignments in modern supply chain planning that have absolutely staggering financial consequences. $1 trillion. That is the amount extracted from the global economy every single year just due to retail stockouts. And you know what the real kicker is? 70 to 90% of these availability issues aren't even caused by a physical lack of raw materials. No, they're the symptomatic outcome of deep systemic information distortion. It's essentially a trillion-dollar communication error. Mathematically speaking, the severity of this is just shocking. A mere 1% fluctuation in downstream consumer sales can trigger a massive 19% escalation in operating costs upstream. Think about that for a second. Just a tiny little bump at the cash register sends companies completely scrambling. They start spending heavily on expedited freight, labor overtime, and excessive safety stock, all to chase what is essentially phantom demand. For anyone managing an operational budget, this 19% variance isn't just a headache. It's an absolute margin killer.
Section 2. Anatomy of the bullwhip.
So, what's the actual villain of our story? What is this systemic mechanism causing such a massive financial leakage? Well, it's something called the Bullwhip Effect, a term coined by J. Forrester way back in 1958. Think of it exactly like the physical snap of a whip. A tiny flick of the wrist at the handle, which represents consumer demand, creates violent, chaotic oscillations all the way at the tip of the whip, which is the manufacturer.
Let's break down how this cascade actually plays out in the real world. First, a retailer sees a short-term spike in sales, assumes it's a permanent trend, and doubles their order just to build a buffer. Second, the distributor sees this double order, but since they lack visibility into the actual end consumer, they interpret it as a massive market surge, amplifying their own order even more. By step 3, the manufacturer is in full-blown panic mode, running costly overtime just to overproduce. And then, well, consumer demand inevitably reverts back to normal. The music stops and the entire network is left holding the bag with depreciating stranded inventory. And the craziest part? This isn't caused by irrational panic. It's actually rational actors making local decisions completely in the dark. There are 4 fatal flaws fueling this. First, updating demand forecasts based on immediate partners instead of true consumer data. Second, order batching to save on shipping, which creates volatile, artificial spikes. Third, price fluctuations from promotions that totally decouple orders from actual consumption. And finally, shortage gaming, where retailers intentionally double their orders during a shortage, just hoping to secure a partial allocation.
Section 3. The AI paradigm shift. For decades, the bullwhip was just accepted as an unavoidable law of supply chain physics. But that is changing right now. Let's compare the old world with the new. Traditional statistics rely on deductive reasoning. Legacy algorithms literally just look in the rearview mirror at historical sales to draw a rigid line into the future. That only works in a perfectly stable environment, which, let's face it, doesn't exist anymore. Machine learning, on the other hand, uses inductive reasoning. It makes zero prior assumptions. It dynamically learns from vast, multidimensional external data streams. We're talking live weather patterns, promotional calendars, social media sentiment, and even IoT telemetry, creating incredibly granular SKU by store calculations. The actual architecture making this possible is genuinely incredible. For example, DPR uses recurrent neural networks to train globally across thousands of products, allowing planners to run highly accurate what-if scenarios on the fly. Then you have temporal fusion transformers, or TFTs. This is huge because it solves the dreaded AI black box problem by offering extreme interpretability, literally telling human planners exactly which variable caused a demand spike. And LightGBM provides the rapid training at scale that is absolutely essential for massive omnichannel retail environments handling millions of SKUs every single day.
Section 4. AI in the real world. Okay, I know this all sounds like great theoretical physics, but how does it
actually hold up in reality? Well, just look at the staggering scale of the Sky program, which is a massive collaboration between Unilever and Walmart Mexico. By feeding Walmart's point-of-sale data directly into a neural network alongside localized promotional plans, this AI engine autonomously performs 12.5 billion computations every single day. Go ahead and try doing that on your desktop spreadsheet. It generates over 3 million unique forecast combinations, mathematically synchronizing upstream production with true downstream consumption. The results? Within its very first year, Unilever achieved a massive 98% on-shelf product availability rate, pretty much completely eliminating phantom shortages. Even better, by having the exact right product in the right place at the right time, they drove a 12% absolute increase in top-line sales growth. The main takeaway here is that they solved the ultimate retail paradox. They maximized on-shelf availability while simultaneously shrinking total network inventory. It's a total game changer. And this tech is wildly adaptable across completely different environments too. In Finland, Atri used it to dynamically delay fresh meat production, hitting 98.1% accuracy and massively slashing organic spoilage. Down under in Australia, Baby Buntings centralized their nursery inventory to kill manual ordering chaos, dropping their network capital by 8%. And over in Sweden, Unilever is literally feeding live meteorological data into algorithms to predict incredibly volatile ice cream sales, boosting their accuracy by 10%. Section 5. The human flaw. But right here is where we hit a really ironic twist. What happens when humans simply don't trust the math? It turns out, even with these multi-million-dollar AI systems humming along perfectly, human psychology remains the primary catalyst for recreating the Bullwhip Effect. Industry experts call this the cognitive trap.
We have all seen this happen in the workplace. On one side, you have confirmation bias. A commercial manager feeling the heat from board targets just manually inflates the AI forecast by 15%, forcing production up to meet a fantasy. On the other side, you have recency bias. A procurement officer manually boosts safety stock just because a supplier was late last week, completely ignoring the algorithm's proof that this same supplier is 99% reliable long-term. These manual human overrides cascade through the network, and boom, they instantly bring the bullwhip effect right back to life. So how do you fix human nature? Elite organizations are deploying enterprise knowledge graphs, creating a capability called decision replay. Think of it like a post-game sports film room, but for the supply chain. This digital brain maps the entire global network and permanently archives every exact second a human overrides the AI. Months later, it runs causal analysis to show executives exactly how much financial damage that gut-feeling manual override caused. It mathematically forces a cultural shift, proving exactly how much cash was burned by localized intuition, and ultimately driving absolute trust in the algorithms. Section 6. The autonomous future. So what happens when the system faces something truly unprecedented? Things like black swan events, pandemics, massive geographic disruptions. Look, AI cannot perfectly predict these. Its models will break down when pushed outside their training data. However, the AI of the future doesn't actually try to predict the unpredictable. Instead, it shifts from passive forecasting to agentic simulation. Using digital twins, it runs pre-compiled contingency playbooks, instantly rerouting sourcing and throttling promotions. This compresses human reaction times from several agonizing months down to mere hours. But we also have to remember that algorithms degrade over time as macroeconomic realities shift, a phenomenon known as concept drift. To safeguard this system, autonomous networks use ensemble drift detection. Imagine 4 independent monitors constantly watching the data stream. Only when 3 out of the 4 agree there's a real anomaly does the system flag a disruption. Crucially, it then gracefully reverts to human-in-the-loop protocols. This ensures the AI isn't ever just flying blind during unprecedented chaos. It hands the situation back to senior planners while automatically retraining itself on the brand new reality. So, we've seen how AI is transforming a reactive, oscillating whip into a smooth, self-healing network. But it leaves us all with one final, absolutely critical question. When the next truly unprecedented global disruption strikes, will we finally have the discipline to trust the algorithms, or will human panic take over and force us to crack the whip all over again?